Welcome to EverVibe Health. This is your calm and trusted space where we explore practical, compassionate health tips that are easy to understand and even easier to apply. Whether you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s, or well into your 80s, we are here to remind you. It's never too late to care for your body, protect your peace of mind, and live with greater ease. Today, we're talking about something that sounds small, but for many older adults can be surprisingly disruptive: muscle cramps. You may have felt them, a sudden stabbing pain in your calf or foot that wakes you up at 3 a.m., a tight knot in your thigh that strikes when you're simply standing at the kitchen counter. These cramps don't just hurt, they interrupt your sleep, limit your movement, and can slowly steal your confidence. The good news? Most muscle cramps are preventable. You don't need expensive pills or complicated treatments. What you need are small, steady changes, habits that work with your body, not against it. Let's start with the basics. As we age, our bodies naturally change. We lose muscle mass, our nerves become more sensitive, our circulation slows down, and quietly, many of us stop drinking as much water as we used to. All of these shifts make it easier for cramps to show up, especially when we're resting, sleeping, or lightly moving. Muscle cramps are involuntary contractions, sudden tightening of muscles that you can't control. They're often caused by dehydration, poor circulation, or mineral imbalances. While they're rarely dangerous, they are painful, and if they happen regularly, they could be a signal that your body needs support. So today, we begin with the first and most powerful tool you can use, one that's simple, free, and often forgotten: hydration. Let's talk about drinking enough water, not just in theory, but in real, doable ways that work for your life. Here's a simple truth: most older adults are walking around mildly dehydrated, and they don't even know it. As we get older, our brains stop sending strong thirst signals. That means your body may need water, but you don't feel thirsty the way you used to. You may go hours without drinking anything simply because you don't feel the urge. But your muscles, your joints, your circulation, they all still need that water, and when they don't get it, cramps often follow. Let me tell you a story. There's a woman named Nancy, 72 years old, who lives in Oregon. She used to wake up 3 or 4 times a night with leg cramps. She thought it was just part of getting older. Then, during a routine visit, her doctor suggested something simple: drink a glass of water every 2 hours during the day. Nancy gave it a try, and within a week, she was sleeping through the night. No more cramps, no more 3 a.m. pain. Hydration doesn't have to be complicated, but it does have to be consistent. So, how do you know if you're drinking enough? Forget the old 8 glasses a day rule. Your needs depend on your body size, activity level, and medications. A better way to check is to look at your urine. If it's pale yellow and clear, you're doing well. If it's dark or has a strong smell, that's a gentle signal from your body that it needs more fluids. Now let's make hydration practical. Start by drinking a small glass of water every 2 to 3 hours, even if you don't feel thirsty. Keep water in places where you spend your time: a glass on your nightstand, a bottle by your favorite chair, a pitcher in the kitchen. These little visual cues can gently nudge you to take a sip. If plain water feels boring, dress it up. Add a slice of lemon or cucumber. Try warm herbal teas like chamomile or ginger. Infused waters with fresh mint, berries, or even cinnamon sticks can feel soothing and enjoyable. But while we're talking about fluids, let's not forget the ones that don't help. Drinks like coffee, alcohol, soda, and strong black tea can actually dehydrate you. That doesn't mean you have to give them up. Just be mindful. For every cup of coffee, consider drinking a glass of water alongside it. Also, if you're taking medications, especially blood pressure pills or diuretics, talk to your doctor. Some medications make you lose fluids more quickly, which means you may need to increase your water intake to stay balanced. To summarize this first step, water matters more than you think. When your body is properly hydrated, your muscles are less likely to spasm, your joints move more easily, your brain stays sharper, your energy stays steadier. All of this adds up to fewer cramps and a body that feels calmer and more comfortable. So here's your first gentle challenge. For the next 7 days, try drinking a small glass of water every couple of hours while you're awake. Just that one habit. Watch what changes. You may be surprised how something so small can create such noticeable relief. In our next section, we'll talk about minerals and why getting enough magnesium, calcium, and potassium is the next key to preventing cramps. Now that we've talked about hydration, let's look at the second major key to preventing muscle cramps: minerals. Your body doesn't just need water to function. It also needs the right minerals, especially magnesium, calcium, and potassium, to help your muscles contract and relax in a smooth, controlled way. As we age, several things can make it harder to maintain these mineral levels. First, our digestion slows down. We may not absorb nutrients from food as efficiently as we used to. Second, many older adults eat less, smaller meals, simpler diets, fewer fruits and vegetables. Third, certain medications like diuretics, statins, or some acid blockers can interfere with mineral absorption or even deplete them from the body. And the result? Muscles that twitch, spasm, or seize, often without warning. Let's break this down one mineral at a time. First up, magnesium. Think of magnesium as nature's muscle relaxer. It calms your nervous system, prevents spasms, and supports deeper, more restful sleep. When you're low on magnesium, your muscles tend to fire off more easily, and that's when those sharp cramps strike. You don't need to eat anything fancy to get more magnesium. Here are a few excellent sources: pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, avocados, black beans, and yes, even a small square of dark chocolate. Just a handful of pumpkin seeds or a side of steamed spinach at dinner can make a difference. Next, let's talk about calcium. Most people know that calcium is good for bones, but fewer realize that calcium is essential for muscle control. It helps your muscles contract properly, and when you're low on calcium, your muscles may spasm uncontrollably. Some good sources of calcium include low-fat yogurt, cheese, leafy greens like kale or collard greens, fortified plant-based milks like almond or soy milk, canned sardines, yes, especially with the bones. And don't worry, you don't need huge servings. Even adding a small bowl of yogurt or a few leaves of cooked kale can go a long way over time. Third, potassium. Potassium works behind the scenes to balance fluids in your cells and keep your muscles and heartbeat stable. Without enough potassium, your muscles become more reactive, and you may feel cramps, fatigue, or even heart palpitations. Here are some potassium-rich foods that are easy to add to your meals: bananas, sweet potatoes, coconut water, oranges, tomatoes, beans like kidney beans or white beans. A banana with breakfast or a baked sweet potato at lunch can be enough to support muscle health. Now, here's a question people often ask: should I take supplements? The answer is maybe, but only under medical guidance. If your diet is limited, or if you're taking medications that deplete minerals, your doctor might recommend a low-dose supplement, but it's very important not to self-medicate, especially with minerals like potassium or calcium. Taking too much can be harmful, particularly if you have kidney or heart conditions. Instead of jumping straight to pills, start with your plate. Try this. For the next few days, look at what you're already eating and gently increase your intake of whole foods rich in magnesium, calcium, and potassium. This small shift can bring calm to your muscles, balance to your nervous system, and peace to your nights. Here's a simple daily meal idea to get you started. Breakfast: a banana and a slice of whole grain toast with almond butter. Lunch: a bowl of black bean soup with a side of steamed kale. Snack: a handful of pumpkin seeds or a piece of dark chocolate. Dinner: grilled salmon with sweet potato and sautéed spinach. Evening drink: a cup of warm chamomile tea or a small glass of coconut water. It's not a diet, it's nourishment, and the more consistently you nourish your body with the right minerals, the less likely you are to feel the painful pull of muscle cramps. In the next section, we'll explore something that may seem small but makes a big difference: daily stretching, and how just 10 minutes a day can help you move more freely and sleep more soundly. We've talked about drinking enough water and nourishing your body with the right minerals. Now let's focus on a gentle but powerful habit that can make a dramatic difference in your comfort, your flexibility, and your sleep: stretching. As we age, our muscles naturally become shorter and stiffer, especially if we're sitting more, moving less, or recovering from an injury or illness. This stiffness builds slowly, sometimes so gradually that we hardly notice, until we reach for something or try to roll over in bed and our muscles suddenly seize. Stretching is not about becoming athletic or doing the splits. It's not about pushing your body hard. It's simply about giving your muscles space to breathe. Now here's what many people don't realize. Just 10 to 15 minutes of gentle movement each day can significantly reduce the risk of muscle cramps, especially those that strike during the night or early in the morning. The key is consistency, not intensity. Let's begin with a few simple stretches you can do at home, even in your bed or from a chair. Start your day or wind down your evening with these calming movements. Calf stretch against the wall. Stand facing a wall, one foot forward, the other back. Gently press your back heel down and feel the stretch in your calf. Hold for 15 to 20 seconds, then switch sides. Toe raises and ankle rolls. While seated or lying in bed, point and flex your toes a few times, then roll each ankle in gentle circles. This helps improve blood flow to the feet and lower legs. Seated hamstring stretch. Sit in a sturdy chair, extend one leg straight with your heel on the floor and toes pointing up. Lean forward gently with a straight back. You should feel a mild stretch in the back of your thigh. Neck and shoulder rolls. Sitting tall, gently roll your shoulders backward, then forward. Slowly tilt your head side to side to release tension in the neck. Side body stretch. Stand or sit and reach one arm overhead. Gently lean to the opposite side, breathing deeply. This opens up your rib cage and loosens your torso. You don't have to do all of these at once. Even picking one or two and doing them regularly can help your muscles feel more relaxed, especially before bed. If you enjoy structure, you might also try chair yoga, a gentle, seated version of yoga that focuses on breathing and slow movement. Great for flexibility and joint mobility. Tai Chi, a centuries-old practice of flowing, graceful movements that build balance and body awareness, while also calming the mind. Short daily walks. Even 5 to 10 minutes of walking with relaxed arm swings can keep your muscles engaged and your circulation healthy. A short evening stretch can be a beautiful ritual. It doesn't just ease tight muscles, it signals your nervous system that the day is done and it's time to rest. And here's something to remember. Stretching is not about pain. You should never force a movement or hold a stretch that feels sharp or uncomfortable. Listen to your body. Move slowly. Breathe deeply. Let each motion feel like a kind gesture toward yourself. In fact, stretching is more than a physical practice. It's a moment of connection, a chance to pause, breathe, and say to your body, "I'm still here. I'm taking care of you." Let's review. Stretching daily, even gently, can increase flexibility and blood flow, reduce muscle tightness, prevent nighttime leg cramps, improve sleep quality, and support a greater sense of calm throughout your day. So tonight, before you climb into bed, take just 5 minutes. Roll your ankles, stretch your calves, breathe deeply, and give your muscles the space they've earned. In the next part of our episode, we'll talk about something that surprises many people, your sleep position, and how the way you rest at night might be triggering those painful cramps. We've covered hydration, minerals, and gentle stretching, all essential tools to support your muscles during the day. But what about at night? Many older adults don't realize that the way they sleep, the actual position their body rests in, may be triggering cramps. Let's look at what's happening while you sleep. When you lie still for long periods, especially if you curl up tightly or press down on certain nerves or blood vessels, you can restrict circulation to your legs or feet. And that loss of movement and blood flow makes your muscles more likely to spasm. In fact, some of the most common nighttime cramps happen when your legs are slightly bent or your toes are pointed downward while you sleep, because these positions can subtly shorten your calf muscles for hours. Then, when you shift or stretch in your sleep, the muscle suddenly contracts, painfully. So, what can you do about it? Let's talk about better sleep postures that reduce your risk of cramps. If you sleep on your back, try keeping your legs slightly elevated by placing a small pillow or rolled-up towel under your knees. This helps reduce tension in your lower back and legs. If you're a side sleeper, and many people are, place a pillow between your knees. This keeps your hips and spine in better alignment, which helps reduce nerve pressure and improve circulation. You can also hug a small pillow with your top arm to support your shoulder and chest. And here's a gentle reminder. Try not to sleep with your legs tightly crossed or curled up too much. If your feet are pointing downward for hours, that angle can increase tension in your calves and lead to middle-of-the-night spasms. If you tend to wake up or cramping, try changing positions slowly during the night. It's okay to shift. In fact, gentle movement during sleep can help your body reset circulation and prevent tightening. But it's not just your body position that matters, it's also your bedding. Let's talk about your mattress. Is it too firm? That might restrict your movement and create pressure points. Is it too soft? That could prevent your spine from being properly supported, which can cause strain in your back and legs. The ideal mattress for most older adults is medium firm enough to support your frame, but soft enough to relieve pressure. You'll also want breathable sheets that help your body stay comfortably warm, because sleeping in a cold room or letting your legs get too chilled can cause muscles to tense up and cramp. Muscles like warmth. Now, before you even lie down, there's something else you can try. A simple pre-sleep routine to relax your muscles and calm your nervous system. You might enjoy a warm bath, a gentle leg massage with lotion or oil, a 5-minute foot soak with Epsom salt, or some light stretching in your bedroom with dim lights and soft music. These small acts signal to your body that it's safe to unwind. They help relax tense areas and prepare your muscles and your mind for deeper, more restful sleep. Let's summarize what we've learned here. Your sleep position matters. Try to avoid curling too tightly or pointing your feet downward. Back sleepers can benefit from a pillow under the knees. Side sleepers should use a pillow between the knees and maybe hug one too. Your mattress and bedding should support your body and keep you warm without being restrictive. A short, calming bedtime routine can dramatically reduce nighttime cramping. You spend nearly 1/3 of your life sleeping. That time should restore you, not leave you sore, stiff, or afraid to move. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, think of sleep as part of your self-care practice. Adjust your pillows, stretch your calves, run warm water over your feet, and let your body know it's safe to rest. In our next segment, we'll turn our attention to something often overlooked, your shoes, and how the footwear you choose each day can either support or strain your entire muscular system. Let's move on to something you might not expect, but that plays a big role in your muscle health, your shoes. Most of us don't think about our footwear unless something feels wrong. But the truth is, what you put on your feet each day directly affects the way your legs, hips, and even your back feel, and whether or not you experience cramps. For older adults, wearing the wrong shoes can lead to muscle fatigue, poor alignment, and reduced circulation, all of which increase the likelihood of painful spasms. In fact, many leg cramps that show up at night actually begin during the day, from hours of walking in shoes that don't support your feet properly. So let's talk about what to look for in a supportive, comfortable pair of shoes, especially if you're over 60. First, fit matters more than ever. Shoes should feel snug, not tight, with enough room in the toe box to let your toes move freely. A cramped toe area can affect your circulation and strain the muscles in your feet and calves. If you're in between sizes, always size up slightly. Feet tend to widen with age, especially if you've had swelling, bunions, or arthritis. Second, cushioning and support. Your shoes should have soft, shock-absorbing soles to reduce pressure on your heels and arches. They should also include gentle arch support to help align your posture and prevent your legs from overworking during simple activities like walking around the house or grocery shopping. If your shoes are completely flat with no structure or padding, your legs and back have to work harder to keep you upright. That extra effort can trigger cramping in your calves, feet, or thighs. Third, look for lightweight and breathable materials. Heavy shoes can tire your legs out faster. Breathable fabric also helps keep your feet from overheating or becoming irritated, which can lead to tension and discomfort over time. Fourth, non-slip soles. Falls are a major risk as we age, and muscle cramps can make that risk even greater. Choose shoes with rubber or textured soles that provide good traction, whether you're walking on tile, hardwood, or outdoor paths. Now, let's talk about when to reassess your footwear. If you find that your legs feel sore, fatigued, or crampy after just a short walk, if your feet hurt when you stand for more than a few minutes, or if your balance feels off, those may be signs that your current shoes aren't doing their job. It may be time to visit a shoe store that specializes in orthopedic or senior-friendly footwear. Or you can talk to your doctor or physical therapist. They may recommend custom insoles or a specific shoe brand tailored to your needs. Some people also benefit from switching between 2 or 3 pairs of shoes, using different types depending on the day's activity and how your legs feel. Let's also take a quick look at some special considerations. If you have diabetes, choose shoes with soft, seamless interiors and extra protection to avoid cuts or pressure points. Your feet are more vulnerable, and small injuries can become serious if not noticed. If you live with arthritis, look for shoes that are flexible and easy to slip on, without requiring tight laces or hard soles. If you have flat feet, arch support becomes absolutely essential. Without it, your knees, hips, and lower back may all be forced into misalignment, triggering a chain of muscular discomfort. Here's something simple you can do right now. Take a look at the shoes you wear most often. Are they worn down at the heel? Do they feel loose or tight? Do they make your legs feel more tired after wearing them? If the answer is yes, it may be time for an upgrade. Remember, your shoes are your foundation. Supportive footwear doesn't just help prevent cramps, it also improves your posture, reduces the risk of falls, and gives you confidence in every step. Let's review. Choose snug but comfortable shoes with room for your toes. Look for cushioning and arch support. Avoid flat or heavy shoes. Reevaluate your footwear if you're experiencing soreness, imbalance, or increased cramping. Don't hesitate to seek medical-grade or orthopedic options if needed. Taking care of your feet is one of the most practical and empowering ways to reduce cramps and stay active as you age. In our final section, we'll talk about something even more important: when to talk to your doctor about muscle cramps and how to know if there's an underlying issue that needs attention. Now that we've explored hydration, minerals, stretching, sleep, and shoes, there's one more piece we need to talk about. When should you see a doctor about muscle cramps? Because while most cramps are harmless and manageable with simple lifestyle changes, sometimes they're a sign of something deeper. Occasional cramping, especially at night or after mild exertion, is common. But if you're experiencing cramps frequently, or if they come with other symptoms like numbness, swelling, muscle weakness, or lingering pain, it's time to get medical advice. Let's walk through some of the reasons cramps may need professional evaluation. First, chronic dehydration or poor circulation. If you've already improved your water intake and movement but still cramp up often, your circulation may not be functioning optimally. This can happen with aging, but it's also more common in people with diabetes, high blood pressure, or peripheral artery disease. Second, nerve issues. Some cramps come from nerve irritation or compression, often in the spine or hips. If your cramps are paired with tingling, burning, or shooting pain down your leg, you might be dealing with something like sciatica or nerve compression. Third, medication side effects. Certain medications, especially diuretics, statins, and even some asthma drugs, can lead to mineral imbalances or directly irritate the muscles. If you've started a new prescription and notice more cramps, bring it up with your doctor. Fourth, mineral deficiencies that diet alone can't fix. Blood tests can check for low magnesium, calcium, potassium, or sodium levels. In some cases, your doctor may recommend a specific supplement adjusted to your health history and kidney function. Fifth, underlying health conditions. Frequent or severe cramping can also be linked to diabetes and nerve damage, thyroid disorders, anemia, kidney or liver disease, vascular problems. The good news is many of these are treatable, and catching them early leads to better outcomes. So what should you do? Start by tracking your symptoms. You don't need anything fancy. Just a notebook or notes app where you jot down when the cramps happen, daytime, nighttime, after meals, etc., how long they last, what you were doing beforehand, what helped and what didn't, which muscles were affected. This gives your doctor clear information to work with and helps them pinpoint potential causes faster. And remember, you are your own best advocate. If something doesn't feel right, speak up. You deserve comfort, clarity, and care at every age. Now, let's bring it all together. Final thoughts. Muscle cramps might seem like a small thing, a minor annoyance, something you're just supposed to live with as you get older. But they're not small when they rob you of sleep. They're not minor when they make you afraid to move. They're not harmless when they leave you sore and anxious in your own body. The truth is, you have more power than you think. By staying hydrated, by giving your body the minerals it needs, by stretching gently each day, by sleeping in positions that support circulation, by wearing shoes that help you stand tall, and by speaking up when something doesn't feel right, you are reclaiming your comfort. You are protecting your freedom. You are saying yes to a body that moves with greater ease. These changes don't require perfection. They don't require big investments. They just require small acts of attention and a willingness to care for yourself with kindness. So today, I invite you to choose one thing from this episode, just one, and begin there. Whether it's drinking more water, stretching before bed, or checking your shoes. Start where you are. Your body will thank you. And that wraps up this episode of EverVibe Health. If this helped you in any way, please consider subscribing and share this with someone you care about, because we believe that health wisdom should be shared, especially as we grow older and wiser together. Until next time, take care, keep moving gently, and keep learning how to live well every single day.